This is a party political broadcast. Only joking, let's have some fun. Hi guys, it's Adam and welcome to the first Thursday Talks video. I've had quite a few questions. I don't know whether I'll get through them all today. If you have a question for me, reselling or not, please comment below. Just to let you know, I am thinking of starting Amazon FBA in the new year. So any comments relating to that, you're very welcome to put down in the comment section. But for now, we'll go ahead and answer the first question from Ben Fitzpatrick. And if you haven't checked out his channel, I'll probably put a link below so you can go and check out his channel. Thanks for the question, Ben. And I'll just read it off here. I know you briefly mentioned you worked at an auction house where you gained that knowledge. Did you gain any more knowledge on any other unique items? So when I was working at the auction house, I worked there for about 1.5 years, and tons and tons of antiques came through on a daily basis. I usually did about 2 days a week because I was at college 3 days, so I did roughly 5 days a week, all in all. But loads of antiques came through: coins, banknotes, ceramics, war memorabilia, trench art, things like that. Just tons. And I think in myself, I feel as if I had got more knowledge on those subjects, but I don't really know. I know a little bit about, quite a bit about coins and banknotes because I collect them anyway, so I know a little bit more there. I know a little bit about ceramics, but I wouldn't say anything that's a major amount of knowledge that will really be useful. And probably, I'd say maybe a little bit about military, a tiny bit, but other than the coins and the banknotes, there's not much else I know about that I learned from there. But I did really enjoy seeing all the antiques because I really got into the antiques while I was there. I really enjoyed looking at them, handling them, although there was a few occasions where I nearly tripped up the stairs. Yes, I did say up the stairs, not down the stairs. I nearly tripped up the stairs holding antiques that were worth hundreds of pounds and could have broke them, but luckily didn't. I did have a few breakages while I was there. I had a few breakages, but luckily they were only sort of like £10 mark. And generally, if we break something, it's not too much of a concern. But obviously, if you break the larger items, then definitely it can be disastrous. But yeah, I tried to be careful while I was there, and you know, I was okay in the end. But regards to knowledge, yeah, I'd say probably coins and banknotes are the most. That's probably, to answer your question in the best way. The most knowledge I have from that was taken from the auction house was definitely coins. So we'll go on to another few questions from the same girl, I imagine, because it's Miss Beauty 79. So first question from her was, do you intend on doing this full time? So I'd love to do it full time after university, but it's a big step and I don't know whether I will. But as I say, I'm planning to do FBA in the new year, and depending on how that grows and how my eBay grows, and depending on how much I neglect my eBay to do FBA, it all depends really. There's so many factors involved. But I would love to do this full time. I mean, I've been doing this for probably about 6 months now, and I've just loved every minute of it. It's just been so good. Just the idea, the concept of buying something at a low price, selling it at a high price, and making a bit of money, and hearing that ka-ching on your phone is probably the best thing. It's unparalleled to anything else I've ever done, but I love it better than a lot of things I've done. in terms of work and play. So the next question is, what does your family think of this? Well, as you can see, I'm in my room. I've changed the whole layout of my room to sort of accommodate my reselling. The spare room, which is next door, is full of my packaging supplies, bubble wrap, boxes, void fill, you name it, I've got it in there. I did previously over where that picture is over there. I had a hat stand with all my hats on, and I've taken that out, completely taken certain things down. I've taken some pictures down. As you can see, I've got pictures there and picture there, but I've moved those around for it, and I've actually taken a couple of pictures down that are over there that you can't see, or that were over there. But yeah, my mum's been really supportive, and I couldn't have done this without her support. But I don't think she particularly likes the space, and that was one of the factors over the last week why I've been sort of thinking about doing FBA. Obviously, I will still do eBay, but I may do it less, and then focus on getting a lot of things into FBA. And then it makes my mum a little bit happier, the fact that my room's a little bit less clogged with stock. And obviously in the spare room I have backup stock. Well, at the moment I don't, because I've used it all, but usually I have backup stock in the spare room. So next question, what do you like and dislike about reselling? I could talk about what I like about reselling for a long time, but I'll just say what I dislike, really, because that's easier. And then anything else I've not said, you can assume that I like. The one thing I don't like is messages. When you get a message and someone wants to return something, when you know you've packaged it correctly, when you know it's gone out perfectly fine, you've wrapped it in bubble wrap, you've wrapped it in brown paper, brown packing paper, or you've boxed it up, and you know that item is perfectly fine, and then they're complaining about it, and it just puts a downer on things. But generally I've had that in the last 6 months. I think it's only been twice. I may be mistaken, maybe 3 times, but it's not too much of a problem. Even if you have to fully refund the person, it's not a major loss, because it's only happening once every 3 months, and imagine the amount you sell in 3 months. It's hundreds and hundreds of items, so it's a very small percentage. As Nick has said, as I'm sure Nick's done a video about this, I'm pretty sure he has, and I think Zahir's done a video about this as well, but it's just such a low percentage, it doesn't matter that much. The other thing is negative feedback. Not negative feedback when it isn't valid, but not negative feedback when it's valid, sorry. So for example, if I know I haven't packaged the item correctly, and then I send it out and it gets damaged, and then they get it and then they give me negative feedback, that's fair enough. Generally I package all my items as best I can, but there may be one time that I may package something badly, and then it's my fault, so it's sort of valid. It is a bit of an annoyance, but it's valid. But really bad feedback, I'm talking about when it's not valid, when you've sent it out, when you've done all the necessary steps to make the item get there safely, and described it well, you've given it a good title, you've really done things right, and then you get a bad feedback, or a negative feedback or whatever, or even just neutral feedback. It just puts a down on things, and you think, well, why have you done that when clearly I've described it well, I've packaged it well? It just doesn't make sense, and it is annoying. So that's probably the 2 main things I don't like, but everything else I love. Buying stock, sorting through it, checking things, testing things, everything else I just love. When did you take the leap to be a registered seller? I would assume that would mean a registered business seller, and that would have been about the 31st of July, because that was when I registered as a business. I believe you have to register as a business within 3 months of trading, being sort of initiated, is that the right word? I don't know. But 3 months after you've started trading anyway. So I did that, and I registered with HMRC. I registered as a business on eBay. I got my limits removed off PayPal. Yeah, so probably July, sometime, maybe August. When are you going to do a reseller chat with any of the others? Probably January. I hate to say it, but I've got so many other commitments with the channel. There's Top of the Tips Tuesday videos I want to get done. Obviously, there's a lot for me to do with FBA. There's eBay, there's college, well, there's university even. There's just so much going on, but I would love to do a chat. But I do hate to say it, with all the other things that I want to do with my channel, and with all the other things I've got going on in my life right now, it could be December, because I'm thinking actually January I have exams, so that's probably not going to be a good option. So it might be December, which isn't actually that long off. I don't know who I'd do it with, but I'd be happy to chat to any of the resellers. But just know I will get around to doing it. It's just I've got other ideas for the channel as well at the moment. Obviously I've just started this segment, and I'm trying to think of new ideas to progress the channel, which a chat with another reseller will be one of them, and will be coming around soon enough. So then that is everything except for one question from a user who commented on a different video, which I will get round to answering. No, actually, I better do it this week, so I'll just quickly go on to that video and get the question up, so it might take me a minute. I don't know which video it was, but his name is Chunders. You've probably seen him on the Facebook group. I'm literally just getting the comments up now. He says, "Can I ask, do you have a shop?" I don't actually have a shop. I'm allowed to list like 600 items a month, but I've not needed a shop. It's odd. I've not really looked into the fact of having a shop, because I can list 600 items anyway, and obviously I'm getting that increased every month or so. I don't really need it at the moment. I'd love to have a shop, and I probably will end up doing it at some point, but just not for the moment. He says, "I really don't know if I should open one. I don't have a lot of stock, so keep thinking I should wait till I have some more." Yeah, that's my thinking really. I've only got 160 or 170 items on. Well, I've actually got 130 items on, but obviously because of duplicates of those items and varying quantities, it's like 170. But yeah, 130 actual items on. But yeah, that's my thinking really. You know, I don't think I need it until I've got maybe 300 at least. I have looked into it a little bit, but I'd rather just stay how I am now. And with FBA, I'm thinking eBay will be neglected a little bit anyway, so I don't really think it's the right time. But once I get FBA up, and then I can concentrate on eBay a bit more again, I may think of getting a shop. I just not really ever needed it. Thinking I should wait. As I keep being told, the more stock you have, the more sales you make. Which I assume is probably right for everyone, as long as you've got the right stock. If you just put on a load of dead stock, then you're not going to make any sales, or hardly any sales. But yeah, generally, the more stock you have, the more money you make, or the more sales you make. And then he just says, "Keep up the good work." So thanks for that, Chunders. And that's all my questions. As I say, post your questions for next Thursday's Thursday Talks video below. Any questions, reselling or not. Obviously not too personal, but you know, you can ask me personal questions. And you can ask me things about FBA, what I've been looking at, what I've been doing to progress with that, how I've been sorting everything, sorting what I need. But yeah, I will see you all in my next video, which will probably be a haul video as I'm going out tomorrow. Today is actually Wednesday. I'm recording this on the Wednesday because I'm out pretty much all day tomorrow getting stock. So virtually I thought I'd record this today. I did say I'd record these videos on Thursday, but this week I just thought it's easier to record it today. So yeah, just comment below with your question for next Thursday, and also just comment below what you think of this style of video, how you think it's going, because it's all about your feedback, and if you're enjoying these videos then I'll continue to make them. So anyway guys, I will see you in the next video. Don't forget to drop your questions below for next week's episode. See you soon.